we're finding is that the people who should be retiring at 65, maybe younger, but maybe older, don't feel that they have sufficient retirement savings. So they're holding on to their jobs or positions or professions as long as they can. And when that happens, guess what? On the other end, the job openings and the opportunities for the younger workforce become lessened. I recently spoke with a gentleman who is a nursing candidate and will be graduating nursing school locally in a couple of years. As you know, there's a perception that we always need nurses. And in some sectors of healthcare, there is that need for nurses all the time. But in terms of some of our major hospitals, what they found is that the experienced nurses, who normally would be retiring it's a very physically demanding job, but they would be retiring in their late 50s or early 60s, aren't in a position to do that, both because financially their savings aren't adequate, or perhaps their husband hasn't been maximizing what they've been earning. He's been earning on that side for a while. As a result, they maintain their positions for as long as they can, and nursing grads locally are having a very difficult time being absorbed into our hospital systems.
Geez, I'm surprised about that.
No, this was 2 months ago. I spoke with a gentleman who will be graduating in about 18 months.
Right.
And I asked him what the opportunities, and then I spoke to some other people, but at its surface, it makes sense, right? It just seems like people are reluctant to move on as long as they're physically healthy enough and competent to do the job, because they're not earning anything on their savings.
Right.
Their real estate hasn't appreciated over the last 8 to 10 years. They do see expenses going up, rising, healthcare costs, and how many of these...
So they're sort of in a frozen state. They're in a wait-and-see state.
And then the icing on the cake is how many of these people are still helping their children. Because
any of them that can.
Any of them who can.
Right.
And I don't think most people saw themselves in this position 10 years ago.
No.
You know, once your child is...
Well, again, I think that whole concept of predictability is, something we've
True.
Talked about with other people. I mean, nobody really could predict 10 years ago where they would be today. I don't think anybody's exactly where they wanted to be. And if they are, then they're pretty lucky or unlucky.
Right.
They could be in prison, then they were predictable. But life is not the predictable.